He's down by 94. So the
check 1 2.
Yesterday relative to what we saw in the DAX here. So we're going to be focused on that FTSE today to see if.
All right, I'm here. Waiting. Johnny lost power in his office last night and screwed some stuff up, so his screen is blank. So I just called him and couldn't get him. I think he's probably on his way driving. So I am going to jump on here, and then I'll drop off when he gets into the office. So we've had our gap filled. The gap we've been talking about yesterday, and actually for the past week or so, has been a possibility. This big purple square here, and you can see it over on DTR2 as well, bottom left-hand corner. Hey, what's up, Skittish? Boo. But we filled that gap just a little while ago, like 5 a.m. Okay, so what just happened here is we just flushed back down to it here. So some pretty heavy volume coming in here on the ES, and let me see here. Interesting, we had some Celsius on a trader meter right here, 2 of them. Anybody see those? So those worked out pretty well. But yeah, market here is still showing some weakness, and this was a possible horizon channel and a breakdown. So let's watch that 44-45 level pretty closely there to see what happens. Hey, good morning, Sonny. Anthony, good morning to you. You guys got a copy of the audio now? Test 1, test 2. Some of the outside feeds are not working yet because they require a reboot in John's office. So I'm going to let him know that I jumped on the air. I jumped on the air. Let me know when you get in.
Morning, Paul.
Hey, Rob. Good morning to you. Hey, did you ever find that thing you asked Dixie last night, what that song was, that mashup or whatever? Did you ever find that? We found it on YouTube.
I did. It was Led Zeppelin and James Brown.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I MP3'd it. And, yeah, let's play that.
Had some cutie shaking her shit here, wanted to hear it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, Max, man. Good morning.
So let's get your 7:30 numbers out here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, here we go. All right, we got numbers out here in just a few minutes, I think. Oh, here's a little bit of cricket action here, a little bit of retracement back up here. Started, maybe.
I just really like this, Paul.
All right, so I didn't hear back from Johnny, so maybe his phone is dead or something. But that's okay. Hope everything is going well with everyone out there. I'm logged into the chat room twice. Let me close out this.
Real nice movement this morning, Paul.
Yeah, it is. Hey, you see that gap? You know that gap we've been talking about all this time. The big old purple gap down below I had on my futures. So we filled it at 5 a.m. this morning, and just headed back to the bottom of that gap. But the gap fill is done. Check. Now what? Right? So. And the daily futures are the stochastics are getting there about 45% on the stochastics. Dropped a little lower than what I expected. We dropped down below, I guess. Oh no, actually we haven't, because the gap would have been right about there. Gap is filled. I think we should start finding some support. Hopefully. bunch of crap coming out in the news. All kinds of stuff about special counsel to investigate the Russian connection and all this stuff and everything.
Number headed your way here, guys. Once again,
and I don't know why people think just because Trump fired Comey doesn't do anything to that investigation. I mean, it's not like Director Comey would have interviewed the first person or done anything in regards to that investigation. There's thousands of FBI agents that are all over that case. It's still going to continue like normal. But anyway, he's Martin, you know, he's something to stir up the pot. I just want to get it over with.
Notice here, ladies and gentlemen, that the NASDAQ did invalidate the trend here that we were seeing to the upside here.
All right.
And it's kind of a good thing. Remember yesterday I was
talking about in 3 minutes here, we have, I believe, some job data. It's either, tell you what, let's go over some news. Let's do it the right way.
Basically, the bottom fell out here, and we saw a continuation of the downside here in the overnight session. So, again, here, ladies and we're able to.
And no, it's not Friday. It's Thursday. I hopped on here because the market was going crazy, and the feed was screwed up. Yeah, we need to fix up. Anyway, so I'll be on here for a little bit till Johnny gets in. The market's gonna pop when Johnny sits down, so we'll know. But yeah, some great sell signals on our trading meter. You could have taken advantage of those this morning if you were subscribed to that product. That nailed those tops there. All right, so the global sell-off continues. S&P 500 closed down 1.7% on Wednesday, making it its biggest drop in 8 months after reports surfaced that President Donald Trump in February had asked James Comey to end the FBI investigation into former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn. Trump fired Comey as FBI. Hold on a minute. I see Johnny must be in the office because he just booted up one of the machines there. I'm going to take care of that and get that started.
All right, so let's get this started here, guys. In terms
of Vernon, the only one that's left is some, I think it's one down around 1800s or something. But we'll be fighting each other with sticks and rocks and stuff before that fills. This is the one that was reasonable, you know. All right, let me get the got to get some servers up here. Hold
Initial jobless claims 240,000 expected. Continuing claims
initial
1.96 million.
jobless claims here out here in just a minute.
5.
Alrighty.
We're looking for jobless to come in 240,000. I'm looking for Philly Fed Business Outlook Survey to come in 19.6. I'm going to have both those numbers here for you right
and we lost the play. Where's the playback computer? It's gone. Shit. Let's see. Here's John.
232,000. Consensus was 240,000. Continuing claims 1.898 million. Consensus 1.96 million.
That explains why I haven't been able to reach him either. The power wwent out in the office last night, and I'm on the air now, waiting to hear from him.
Philly Fed 38.8.
Period. I think he just got in. I will let him know.
Business Outlook Survey. Actually, it looks like that just came out as well. It did. It came in here, guys.
Gold.
All right, here comes the jobless claims coming across here. Johnny, according to what you're calling, she says your phone must be off. So that explains why you didn't answer when I called. All right, so here's a nice pop here. I think Johnny must have just sat down. Johnny, if you're listening, I hope you are. Can you start the playback computer? Playback server's off. It was on earlier. For whatever reason, I don't see it.
38.8 again on that Philly Fed Business Index.
And a nice little pop there.
somewhat limited reaction. The dollar's inching up a bit here, guys, in reaction to the treasuries here, guys, are coming off just a bit here.
And the U.S. 10-year is testing
ATHN,
its April lows.
Athena Health, 13D filing out from Elliott Associates.
And the Fed rate
Athena.
hike is falling. The odds on the rate hike.
Elliott reporting.
And Japan logs its longest stretch of growth in over a decade. The Japanese economy grew at a 0.5% clip in the first quarter, making for the 5th consecutive quarterly increase. That hasn't happened since 2006. Now, we had Walmart earlier.
Less than 1%.
I believe. I think they beat on estimates, but or per share, but they lost on revenue or was less.
13D filing on Athena from Elliott
Initial claims in the Philly
Associates,
Fed will be
ATH.
released at 8:30 this morning. So
Shares now at $114. That's up almost $8 on that filing. Actually, 9.2% is what Elliott currently owns in Athena. Shares now at $116, up almost $10 on Athena.
Vernon, the world's always coming to an end. Hey, what do you do? What do you mean? What do you do? Make yourself some bacon and eggs. Get a bucket of coffee. And sit down and trade. World's coming to an end. And then next week, when it's all over with, then we could just start back in,
Elliott says that
as
they
usual.
believe that Athena shares are significantly undervalued, represent an attractive investment opportunity. Seeking to engage in a dialogue with the board of directors.
Let's just take a look at that again here, guys. That happened as price got down below that
Did have a nice sell-off yesterday, though. I believe that the lows are in. I think we should bounce. You know, we left a gap behind up top now, so you don't see it on the futures, but it should be on the S&P. Look at this. This is not. I mean, they're making a big. Yeah, hey Rob.
Now at 117.06, continue to spike here on that Elliott stake.
Can I send out a long distance dedication and maxed out?
It's actually trending a bit up here, ladies and gentlemen, on the 5-minute as well. So, again, if you're focused here, ladies and gentlemen, on price activity in the British
Digital
pound
Underground,
here,
Humpty
depending
Dance.
on your time frame,
Humpty
there's
Dance.
valid reasons here for both sides, if you will. Again, depending on your time frame. Now, clearly that time frame, ladies and gentlemen, again here now, time frame associated with the daily is going to require here, guys, or make you assume more risk, if you will, because that daily time frame,
Matt Drudge reporting that Roger Ailes has died.
There you go.
Into the huge move that we've been seeing. Again, that risk component here, guys, is going to be a bit larger than the hourly time frame. And I just want to go ahead and point out here, guys, that yeah, what I'm talking about here is a little bit of.
Let's take a look at the 60 real quick again. I see 60-minute buy divergence, people. Right here, look at this.
If you're trading hourly, though, you have opportunity here.
60-minute buy divergence right there, starting at. Look at that.
If you're looking at the 5-minute time,
Starting to turn back up as well.
Right now, lower extreme of balance that's been forming on the 5.
There is 60-minute buy divergence on the futures.
We talked about here, guys, how the fact that it was working its way towards the upper extreme of this balance area, noted as number 42.
And that's coming from the old bar.
That it actually has failed at that upper extreme, which was basically what
it looks like 60-minute buy divergence to me. So, well, this is going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
And you guys know how I feel about it with continued weakness here. We target
Johnny, you out there? Can you let me see if I can
so we'll be keeping a close eye on the sugar here
get the playback computer back up. Hold on.
the other majors here, ladies and gentlemen, that I've gone ahead here already and identified interesting price activity in. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen, at the ES here, guys, because, yeah, definitely rocking the boat a bit, if you will. Now, can point out here, ladies and gentlemen, on the daily time frame, ES is still within this area of balance here, ladies and gentlemen, that's been forming here, guys. ES here, guys, once again has come off the extreme high print that we saw up to 450, 2404 spot 50, but I can point out here that the ES right now is in balance on the daily time frame. And then if you're taking a look at it here, ladies and gentlemen, on the hourly, you're going to notice here, guys, that it's well below 66
Let me see
here,
if I
guys,
can get
noted
him.
as. So, again, here,
Hey,
guys,
breaker 19. Johnny, if you're in the office there and can hear this, can you please reboot the playback, outside playback computer, please, so I can get the outside feed up? Thanks.
But that first initial rip that we saw, when was that? That was on the 11th, so that would coincide with
And the shuttle is good to go.
That rip lower, ladies and gentlemen, last Thursday, and that rip lower, ladies and gentlemen, again here did invalidate the long lean there. And certainly here, if you take a look here, you're going to see that we have been seeing continuation here, guys. Once again, continuation.
Oh, Maxed Out says Chris Cornell, the singer of the Soundgarden, dies at a 52.
Ah, that sucks. Somebody just sent me 2 of his YouTube videos, like acoustic versions. What happened?
Apparently, he just died at the age of 52. You'd have to wonder if it were some sort of drug-related thing, because a lot of these music stars and stuff do that. But I'm just guessing because it's such an early age.
So let's take a look here, guys.
Oh
That's
my
a little bit
God,
of
one of my all-time favorites.
Let's take a look here, guys, at the Dow right now. Once again, the YM, similar situation here, guys. It has been and continues to be here, guys. That YM here, guys.
So young.
I said it before, even if you didn't like Soundgarden, best live performance ever.
Around balance 14. I think you could draw 13 and 14 as one. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. I've got here, ladies and gentlemen. You could even draw this as 15, and then again, I think if you wanted to, you could draw 13, 14, and 15 as one. No matter how you look at it here, ladies and gentlemen, once again, you're going to see that the YM is a chop around.
I thought he was clean. I didn't even think he did drugs.
You're looking at it more so on the
I'm just guessing. You know, and who knows? He's so young, a heart attack or something maybe. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but that sucks.
So the YM took a little bit of a nosedive yesterday here, and it's been able to get here, ladies and gentlemen, below balance number 59 on the hourly. So the YM took a little bit of a nosedive yesterday here, and it's been able to get here, ladies and gentlemen, below balance number 59 on the hourly. Shift attention on over to the Russell. Join me as we do. Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, if you're taking a look at it on the daily time
so
frame,
DKOFC says,
again here now is
so he's been kind of druggy for a while. He's been in and out of rehab and stuff. That's too bad.
Noted as number 12. And then if you take a look here, you're going to notice here, ladies and gentlemen, that the Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, is a bit of a chop here, guys. Around balance area number 92 on the hourly time frame. This is balance area number 92 going all the way back here. But look at this chop type trade, 90, 91, 92. We could draw more if we wanted to. No need. We can see that it's...
I'll put a couple errors on here.
For the most part here, guys, in the Russell on the hourly time frame.
All right.
Come off highs here. So back into here, guys, once again here now.
Okay, I'm not able to get the outside feed going yet, people. Need Johnny's help on that. Let's see if I can reach it from myself.
Okay, so let's shift our attention here, guys, at this time of day here, guys, on over into the dollar index here, guys, which has been seeing some movement here, to say the least. Dollar index here, ladies and gentlemen, has been seeing a little weakness here recently. It's been coming off. It's below balance area number 2 on the daily, and if you look at it here, guys, on the hourly, it's remaining here, guys. I'm leaving it as below balance number 82.
Hey,
now,
when you get a chance, can you reboot the playback computer? The shuttle is on.
Here, guys, that we're actually in 83, but I think here, ladies and gentlemen, it serves its purpose just to say that we are actually below balance area number 82. You can note here, guys, that we're actually in 83, but I think here, so holding on to lower levels, if you will. We are actually below balance area number 82. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, let's take a look here, guys, at levels here for you. Let's take a look here, ladies and gentlemen.
Turn this up.
Let's take a look here, guys, at levels here for you.
Our own resident rock star.
Yeah, he started JD, but he needs to take over the broadcast, or he's not even going to realize he's not on the air. I'm sending him text messages. Told him I was on the air. Let's see if he takes it over.
Middle test here right now. Talked about this yesterday in the webinar. Continued strength here, ladies and gentlemen, through the middle. Targets the upper extreme. It's in balance number 9 on the daily. You can see that. And then if you take a look here, guys, again, we are actually here, guys, well above balance area number 93 on the hourly. Again, very similar to what I just showed you guys in terms of the dollar. I think if you wanted to, you could get all granular and start to draw some areas of balance here, guys, if you wanted to. This looks like we're kind of, it's not really well defined, if you will, but could draw some areas of balance.
A nice little move up here a little bit more.
I want to shift attention here, ladies and gentlemen, on over to the euro currency, because either way you look at the dollar there, we're above balance area number 9.
Maybe a little falling wedge. We got a 60-minute buy divergence going on, people. Looks like to me.
Again, just
on the ES, that is not. On the cash, of course, has been closed since yesterday, but
come back into play. It's still holding.
Moving on up. Gap is filled.
Balance area number 21. So I'm going to leave the notes here saying that we're below balance area number 21. And if you're looking at the 60-minute here, guys, it's been a bit of a chop here, guys. Chopping it up here, guys. Currently chopped, but above balance area number 78. So that continues to play out. It's been a bit of a chop here, guys. Chopping it up here, guys. Currently chopped, but above. So basically chopping it up here, guys. A little bit chop on the daily in the Canadian. A little bit chop on the hourly as well here on the Canadian dollar. So basically chopping it up here, guys. A little bit chop on the daily in the Canadian. A little bit chop on the Canadian dollar. Actually seems to be tracking the crude a bit more closely over the last couple weeks than it was over the last couple months. So that's something to remind yourself of as significant here, guys. If you're actually trading Canadian dollar, crude does seem to have been recently influencing price activity in the Canadian dollar again, a bit more so recently over the last couple weeks here, guys, than it had been over the last couple months. Price activity in the Canadian dollar again, a bit more so recently over the last couple weeks here. All right, so shifting attention here, ladies and gentlemen, on over to
nice little run there. We got some volatility in here this morning. Yeah, VIX really climbed a lot. What was it, like 43% in the last few days? Yeah, that thing was at $13.50. Now it's $16.50. About 15 minutes before 8 o'clock here, we had some economic data out right at 8:30.
Some of these currencies this morning.
And I think we have 60-minute buy divergence going on.
That has been forming on the daily time frame. It's been seeing a bit of a bid here. Well, up until yesterday's weakness that we saw here, guys, the Mexican peso has been coming off.
And Walmart online sales surged for Walmart. I believe they missed on revenue, but they beat on earnings estimates.
RPRX Repros pricing their $3 million offering.
But revenue was a little short in Walmart. We had that come out.
And warrants.
And I'm just waiting for Johnny to see or either hear or realize he's not on the air. I've sent him text messages and sent him PMs. Oh, wait a minute. Here comes one back. All right. He's going to take it over. Whenever you're ready, boss. Just take it over. Good morning, everybody.
The doctor in the hizzy on this Thursday morning.
And good luck today. I'll be around.
5 bells recently ringing in the background. Let's shift attention on over to the Swiss franc here, guys. Looking a lot like the euro currency. recently here, guys, working its way back into the area balance. Now, I do want
Johnny,
to point
thanks
out
for
that the euro
rebooting the
currency is
playback
more
computer. I
in
got it
this
from you.
area in the middle of the balance, but the Swiss franc recently coming off your lower extreme area. And again, if we see continued strength, we'll be talking about targeting that 110 area in the Swiss. Right now, the Swiss here clearly in balance on the daily time frame. And then if you take a look here, guys, I think you could draw this as an area balance at an upper level. I'm going to today, for now, just leave the notes here, ladies and gentlemen, as the fact that we are above balance area number 98. So once again here now, above balance area number 98. All right, so it's at this time of day I'd like to shift attention here, guys, from the 6S here, the Swiss franc on over to the New Zealand dollar. And while not a lot's been going on there here, ladies and gentlemen, we certainly recently here, guys, worked our way into a key area here, this lower extreme here. And again, I do want to point out here, we were unable to see any real follow through below key area there. We're actually still just kind of chopping it up here, guys, again, at this lower level here. Not a lot going on here in the New Zealand dollar here. Again, we could go all the way back here, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look all the way back to, well, basically here, guys, this goes back to September 2016. You're going to see here, for the most part, sideways chop type trade here. This is hanging out at lower levels here. So I'd have it noted as on the lows of and on the lows of. And again here, guys, I am sharing here, guys, charts with you here, guys. Once again, sharing charts with you. So the 6N here, ladies and gentlemen, should be watched if we get any weakness that comes back into play here. But as of right now, I want to point out here that it's been a bit of a chop. Now, we talked about this a couple times earlier this week here, guys. There's a lot of chop type trade going on. If you take a look at the Aussie dollar here, guys, look at this stuff here, guys, on the daily time frame in the Aussie dollar. This is sideways chop type trade here. Not a lot of real well-defined one way or the other. Certainly not a lot of really well-defined trend environment, right? You hear me, guys, talking about the trend environment that I like to look for one way or the other here, guys. This is what attracts attention from me and gets me involved in trade. This type staircase type pattern. What we're seeing here, guys, in this Aussie dollar is more looking a lot like this, right? Kind of like more like a sawtooth type pattern. I always say I call this sawtooth and I call this staircase. So you got staircase, you got sawtooth. I avoid the sawtooth. I participate in the staircase type pattern here, guys. Now, doesn't always work. I make that real clear too, but I make it real clear that this, ladies and gentlemen, is not my cup of tea. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a total chop here, if you will. Chopping it up right now below that area balance noted as number 11. On the hourly, I think you could draw this as an area balance if you wanted to, but I also think you could kind of bring them all together here, guys, if you wanted to. No matter how you look at it here, you're going to notice here that we are chop here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, chopping it up here now on the Aussie dollar as well. All right, so let's shift attention here, ladies and gentlemen. Once again here now, let's shift attention here, guys, on over into Shift attention here, ladies and gentlemen, on over to levels here for you in the bonds here right now. If you take a look here, guys, at the ZB, you're going to notice here, guys, that they are still inside the balance that's been forming on the daily time frame, definitely working their way up towards a key area after, again, in March, testing this lower level, the 145 area, well, just through that 146 area. They got down to 145.26. This is a lot like what we were talking about yesterday in the webinar, right? We talked about this up, down type pattern that develops here while in an area balance. This would have been a good example to pull up yesterday. Again, notice how the bonds here have just been kind of working their way, teetering, if you will, teeter-totty areas, down to 146, up to 154, and constantly here, guys, rotating and teetering through that 150 area. Bonds here, ladies and gentlemen, remain in a wide range balance here, noted as balance area number 12 on the daily. And if you take a look at the hourly, total chop type trade here for you guys once again here. I just left it as a total chop, if you will, on the hourly. Shift attention here, ladies and gentlemen, on over into the ZN here, guys. At this time of day, I want to focus here, guys, once again at levels here for you in the 10-year. Very similar situation here, guys, is what we're seeing in the bonds. Now, the 10-year, again here, ladies and gentlemen, nearing upper
Testing
extreme.
1 2,
Talked
testing
about
1
this
2. There we
yesterday. We
go.
also talked a little bit about the lower extreme
All
yesterday.
right, hey everybody.
Well, we talked
Good
about the
morning.
middle of the balance area
Sorry
as well
for
a
the,
bit here,
tech
guys.
issues
Notice
this
what
morning.
the ZN has been doing, very similar
Apparently
to what
the
I just
power
talked
was out
about
at the
here,
office.
guys,
They got all
yesterday in
kinds
the
of
webinar,
helicopters
and
flying over Nyack
recently
right
the
now.
bonds kind of teetering around this 124, mid 124 area.
I mean, I
Look
think
where
it's
they are right now,
World
though,
War
guys.
III
ZN
going
here,
on.
guys, a key area on the daily time frame certainly should be watched. Here they are on the hourly here. I think if you're taking a look, guys, going way back,
EWZ
you're gonna notice here on
Brazil
the hourly, they're
ETF,
seeing a bit of
iShares
bid come into
ETF at
play here recently
32.35
up to
off the lows,
126.23 area,
pulling
but
sharply
I'm going to go ahead and pull
on
it out here.
corruption
Total
charges,
chop here.
bribery
So
charges
ZN here, ladies and gentlemen, is
around the
on the
Brazil
highs
president.
of
Tamara
a wide
says he
range
plans to make an
balance.
announcement today regarding corruption allegations.
So again here, guys, can point out here that they're on the highs of a wide range balance area. But if you take a look here, guys, that's on the daily. You're going to notice on the hourly a bit of a chop here in the Z.
Hey, Paul, I think I took it already. I mean, have my charts should be showing. I think I took it. Anyway, it's showing up on my screen. If it's not showing up on the outside screen, we need to fix that on the
more shorter dated here,
on
guys.
the
I think
outside
we should
non-members
see-
area.
Yeah, we are seeing here a bit of a move here,
And
guys. Shorter
again, good
dated
morning.
here, the ZF
Sad
right
news,
up on
of
the
course,
highs
everyone
of.
heard.
Similar
Chris
situation
Cornell,
as the 10.
Soundgarden,
And
one of my
again, here,
favorites.
watching here, guys, that ZF here,
singers
guys, on the highs
and groups.
of
Oh my God!
balance
I
area
can tell you, it
number
means a lot.
3.
The guy got me through a lot of tough times.
Here, which again, here,
His
guys,
music.
Back to the highs of,
Brazil's
it's
president
above, actually, balance
referring
area number
to a tape of him
74 in the
endorsing
ZF.
hush money.
So the ZF here, guys, is above
Chris Cornell,
balance area number
Soundgarden,
74 in
Soundgarden
the
passed
EF.
away yesterday.
Yeah,
52
in the
years old.
ZF.
You know it's
Get these areas
pills.
posted
You know,
up.
I'm gonna guess it was pills.
Chart link to it. And then, last but not least today, let's take a look here, guys, at the ZT.
Futures
Joining me
are
here,
lower
guys, I
this
got
morning,
the
7 1/4 lower.
2-year here, guys, which is not enjoying enthusiasm, if you will. You're looking a lot more like the 10-year and the bonds, right? Kind of, well, more like the bonds, I should say. Kind of hanging them out here, guys. Once again, hanging them out in the middle of the balance area, if you will, on the daily. And then if you take a look at total chop.
Today I'm
guys,
planning
once
on
again,
taking
here
my
now, talking
my
to
puts
ZT
off.
here, guys,
So we have our
is a
puts that we've been
bit of a
riding
chop
into this
here on
week.
the lead.
They're working
Note
out
saying
good.
here, guys, is back up above
News is still
balance
out
area
there.
Number 8 on the hourly, but yes, a bit of a chop, if you will.
News is still out there. Again, new.
So I know a
We'll
lot
go
of you
over the
guys
news
have
right
said
now.
last but not least here, but I know a lot of you guys are looking at the crude here.
We
I just
get
wanna
going
give you
here.
guys a note that
Futures
I
again,
here today in the
starting off the
crude.
morning.
Shares up.
S&P futures
Cruising
down
back
7.
daily. I just don't know what
86.90 now down
to make.
668. It dropped up
very-
7% for Sandy
it's
Sandy
sideways
Hotel
action
Oscar
here, guys.
The
Papa.
2350 area where we like.
As the company flying for
And the
an
2345. Yeah, pretty much filling that gap on the futures.
simply
on the
put, that's all I
cash,
can
we're
say.
definitely
That's
Present
sensational piece,
here.
Shopify.
You can see that, not on the
got
daily.
down there.
A bit of a mess as well here,
And we
ladies.
wanted to see a little bit more
If you
downside
wanted to,
overnight,
if
and
you
that's
wanted to get
exactly,
real
this is exactly how you want to see
specific
that
about it,
play
could you do
out. You could
something
actually
like
see we
this?
kind of rotated
Yes.
back down. Right about 6 o'clock, we actually
Right, there's a bit of a bid coming in off that spike low,
bottomed out. We started
43.76.
chopping around here to
Because of the mess
23.50.
that we're seeing here, guys, on the daily, I'm not really inclined to or feeling any real need, ladies and gentlemen, or a desire, if you will, to get anything established here on the hourly. I just think there's other better products here right now exhibiting here, guys, better or more.
All right, let's
interesting price
kick off
activity.
some
There
news.
was a total
You guys
chop,
hear me okay, right?
well off the spike highs of 53. Recent sharp move lower here, guys. Again on the daily here.
Start the thing off here. Let's get going.
We've worked our way back into 25. If you're taking a look at the
S&P
hourly,
dropped 1.8% yesterday following the New York Times report that President Trump asked FBI Director James Comey to end the FBI investigation into former National Security Advisors Michael Flynn. Equity futures are under continued pressure today after Reuters now reported this morning that Michael Flynn and others and other Trump campaign aides had at least 18 calls with Russian officials during the campain. S&P futures fell around 14 points following this morning's report about the calls with Russia, but they have since recovered from the early losses and are currently lower by 8 points now.
You'll see here, guys, markets that we focused on this morning here, guys, and the markets here, guys, that I think you should be aware of.
Futures have been trading
because I actually do
higher.
Updated notes for
A little bit higher overnight, but now this has come back into play. Hey, good morning, Cat Girl.
That we had been talking about as it saw sharp move yesterday higher. The yen also recently invalidated.
The U.S. political headlines are dominating the media and are concerning for the markets given the threat to the implementation of the Trump policy agenda, which includes health care and tax reform as well as financial deregulation. U.S. market volatility has spilled over to the overseas markets with weakness in Asia overnight and continued decline in the European markets today. Safe haven assets such as gold and treasuries continue to see a bid, while oil is pulling back this morning by 1.4%. In corporate news, Cisco Systems is trading lower by 7.5% after reported a mixed quarter and guidance. Also disclosed an additional restructuring plans that include a 1,100 more layoffs. Alibaba BABA is also lower by 2% after reported a mixed quarter. Several retailers have reported results since the close, headlined by Walmart WMT, which has little change after a beat by 4 cents. It reported revenues in line and guided EPS in line. After the close tonight, we'll look for results from McKesson, MCK, Applied Materials, AMAT, AMAT, Gap Stores, GPS, Ross Stores, ROST, and Salesforce.com. Several pieces of economic data. We had the initial jobless claims came in this morning, better than expected. Leading indicators for the month of April will be released after the open. Initial claims data and leading indicators shouldn't have much of a market impact, while big beat or a miss on the Philadelphia Fed could see a market response. The S&P cracked technical support yesterday at 50-day moving average at 2369.27 yesterday, which will now act as resistance. The Russell 2000, which is down 2.8%, and the NASDAQ composite down 2.6%, solid relative weakness yesterday. Financial sectors was down 3.3%, relatively weak as well. While headline risks remain high, these will be in the areas to be watching for a read on the shift in direction today. All right, well, it all comes down to news. I mean, this continues to snowball. Again, you're seeing breaking news here. It looks like former Fox chairman and CEO Roger Ailes has died. His family announced. All right, well.
RILYB Riley to acquire Wunderlich Securities. That's
I came into work today and
Romeo
the
India
road
being
was
the
blocked.
Yankee.
Lady waved me down and said there was
Remedy
something going on at the school.
Late-stage drug Sierra
I said, oh
for $120 million
cars in
up
there.
front. plus additional royalty and milestone payments. That's Bravo, India, India, Bravo.
And so I'm not exactly sure what happened. There were some helicopters overhead.
Submits biologics
that it was a
license
tree
application
that
to
fell,
FDA for
but
arenumab.
they don't usually bring out
BLA
helicopters for
concludes data
trees.
from pivotal studies in patients with episodic and chronic migraine.
And maxed out, yeah, the headline.
That's
in our sad news today. Chris Cornell, lead singer of Soundgarden, some other great bands, died last night. 52 years old. Sad. Great singer. Great singer. One of my favorite songs of all time, The Day I Tried to Live. Got me through basically maybe a traitor. You know, it's just weird to hear that. 52 years old, man. But you know what? I would probably put money on it that I had to do something with drugs.
HYH, Cellular Health and Sustainable Solutions.
You know, an instant reaction from it, a long-term exposure of it. He was a big, he had a big opiate addiction, as Prince apparently did, and wow, you know, stay away from the pills, people.
CZR Caesars Entertainment announcing $90 million complete renovation.
Max, I want to, a view of today. I mean, technically, yeah, we closed that gap, but this is all, all in response to this news that's weighing on the market, and the gap happened to be down here. There is an interesting level, I would say, between 23.45 to 23.50, which we're banging around right now. There's got to be another shoe that's going to drop down the road. Once this finally gets all cleared up, hopefully it does, expect a pretty decent pop, but again, this is going to be a game of musical chairs, so when the music stops, you have to watch it. When the music starts again, still seeing a lot of pre-market red on the screen.
Looks like a 60-minute ES buy divergence to me, Johnny.
ESRX Express Scripts announcing.
We'll see what happens. I mean, I just know that the news is overhanging this market, and news trumps everything.
BH Group Purchasing Organization. That's Echo Sandy Romeo X-Ray.
We'll take a look at that 60-minute time frame.
Express Scripts.
And remember, that 60-minute ES goes overnight. The ES chart is different from the cash chart, which only trades from 9:30 on to 4 o'clock. So we have a little different setup here, usually on the 60 and the cash. Yeah, AMD got smacked yesterday. I know. Max had some big positions in that. Down to 1073. All right, so where we are right now. Ralph Lauren beats profit estimates as reins in discounts. And you can see the what we talked about yesterday is a combination of that gap, but also these old channel lines that extend down here. And as you can see, we kind of bouncing off of this one at 23.45. It was actually kind of a nice exit. Now, again, the 60-minute time frame on this chart, if you're looking at that divergence, you can see it a little. I mean, yeah, you know, that quick little flush down usually gives us that divergence. We're starting to see it. It's not, you know, it did come down on the 20 line. It's not as, like I said, I think the news is going to be playing a part as more than the technical levels at this point.
That doesn't qualify for one technically. I don't know what would, but you're right. The news is able to flush this thing and move it wherever it wants to.
I don't see it as much as you know. I don't see a perfect one there. Just
Well, didn't it bounce off the 20, Johnny, and start to turn back up like you like to see it happen?
yeah, if it did bounce on the 20, I'm gonna just take a look on on this right here again. Kind of an interesting trend line there.
Yeah, see, to me on the ES, it looks like it bounced right off the 20 and started to turn back up.
We shall see. We'll see how it plays out today. I'm not going to qualify it for the divergence based on, you know, just based on the news. You know. It's going to be at 95 today here. 95.
Good morning, Johnny Silver.
Hey, Rob. Sad news today, huh? Music front. I can't believe it. I woke up. I see Chris Cornell on my phone. I was like,
Awful, John. This one really hits hard.
yeah. I mean, it's just, you know, Prince was like, I think that was, you know, that was a surreal hearing Prince. You know, I think that was even a bigger surprise. But now just seeing it pile up, these great artists dying from drugs where they don't have to. I mean, it's just, it's a time bomb.
You know what, John? Prince was a shock. Scott Weiland, you expected it. But Chris Cornell, I just never wanted to hear something like that. He was such a big part of my youth.
Yeah, me too, you know. His music was, even his covers and just his stuff that he did, it's just great. It's just, everyone has those inner demons they fight with. You don't know it, you know, being just watching them from the outside, you know, looking in the fishbowl. You never know what they're going through. And then one day you wake up and that's what they've been going through.
So sad. Johnny, I was saying it earlier, even if you didn't like Soundgarden, best live show ever. How about a little Rusty Cage?
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. I had that one up. Oh, I had Temple the Dog up here. Let me bring up that.
Then we can ease into a very profitable day.
Yeah. Just to finish up with some of the news here today, we got through most of it. Again, earnings down on Cisco, which is trading lower by 7.5%, beat by 2 cents. Alibaba lower. Walmart here, a little change. Watch that one. Well, you know, Walmart might actually get that bounce if it's a little, you know, it's not really selling off yet.
Asia Pacific, 47%. Latin America down 30%.
We do have some
North
stocks
America
here
down
gapping
7%,
up.
World up 1%. that CAT
Is
Caterpillar.
Walmart gapping back up here? Let's see here. WMT. I gotta keep an eye on that. On the upgrades and downgrades, Shake Shack upgraded to an outperform from a neutral at Wedbush. Pentair, PNR, upgraded to an overweight from the sector weight at KeyBank Capital Markets. Achillean Pharmaceuticals, ACHN, upgraded to an outperform from Market Form Lyrics Partners. Downgrades, Granger, GWW. This actually might be a buy here. The selling after a big gap down or a move down here. Wedbush here, or no, excuse me, Deutsche Bank here, downgrading it to a sell from a hold at the lows. So watch that GWW here for a reversal. Lots of times we'll see those reversals on a downward, very, very weak stock, and then you finally get a capitulation or a sell side. Like they're great at doing that. So GWW downgraded to a sell from a hold. Deutsche Bank could be a reversal. First Solar downgraded to a neutral from an outperform. Robert W. Baird. 10 o'clock leading indicators. Natural gas inventories at 10:30. Fed speaker Mester at 1:15. After the hours, AMAT, GPS, Gap Stores, Salesforce.com, a few others tomorrow morning. Deere, pre-market, big one. Market here, a little cricket action here. Little pop here, 23.53. And we talk about the lows. Lots of times we'll see those lows happen in a pre-market or overnight markets. That's exactly what happened today. That's always tougher for those option people because you want to get onto your options. Like 6 o'clock when you're taking a dump here in the market and say, all right, we'll take profits on it, but you have to wait for the open. And now it's 15 minutes away. We're starting to get a little bounce. It's going to be a wild and crazy day. It'll be interesting to see what takes charge today.
TELL, Tellurian, announcing withdrawal of public offering of common stock due to adverse market conditions. 10 million share offering has been withdrawn. That's Tango Echo Lima Lima.
Apple getting a little bit here. And we're less than 15 minutes away. Let me see if we could get a better view on that potential divergence here. A little flag right now. Seeing there may be a slight, you can see that low here at the close yesterday and in the overnight, and it kind of maybe the turn back up here, a slight higher low.
Letter P and SRI Syria, Pandora, and
You are
Syria
seeing a slight
responding to the New York
divergence.
Post article regarding the companies being in advanced merger talks, each company declining to comment on that report. That's letter P, Pandora, SIRI, Sirius, XM.
All right, to think about what the news is here.
Saudi's foreign minister says President Trump visit will reinforce
Latest news out here that could be stirring up the hornet's nest again today is the fact that Trump staffers, Trump campaign had at least 18 undisclosed conversations with Russian officials. Like you can't talk to anybody anymore.
Saudi's foreign minister says we are expecting agreements to be signed, both political and commercial. Brazil's Bovespa stock market index down 8% on the corruption allegations against the country's president.
S&P closed down 1.7% on Wednesday, making the biggest drop in 8 months. Let's see what else here. Fed rate hike odds are falling. World interest rate probability data provided by Bloomberg shows that 82.5% chance the Federal Reserve hikes interest rates in June. That's down from 100% less than a week ago. So we're starting to lose that on that. We'll keep an eye on the news today. Heavy, interesting. You're thinking that Trump could always allow one-day tax freedom day to save his skin. How would that? I don't know if that would get the wolves off of his trail. You know, there's still an agenda out there by the Democrats to basically get him out of office. I mean, that's just it's just what it is, you know. Market here. Tesla here came down close to 300. Starting to get a little bounce here. Back up to 307. Goldman Sachs. We are getting some pre-market action here. Let's take a look at what's moving here. We got Priceline down for W Whirlpool down a little this morning here. Again, the downgrade on the GWW is smacking that one around. But on relative strength here, we are already seeing a bounce here on the big stocks that have led this rally. Google up $3 and change, Nvidia up 2 and change, Tesla up 79 cents. Netflix seems to be holding up 61 cents on 1% volume. Tractor Supply Company actually holding up a little. Philip Morris, Target, Nike, some other stocks here pushing higher. But again, the FANG stocks seem to be holding on to gains. Apple up $1.
ATHN, Athena Health, hitting a high now of 125.95, 126 now on Athena, following that 13D filing from Elliott Associates, reporting a 9.2% stake.
I'm calling the 60-minute seller versus Johnny. I think buy the versus. I think we move higher today off that level.
87 cents in the pre-market.
Stake. ATHN now at $126, up $16.87 in the pre-market.
All right, let's do a poll in the room here. Let's do a basic poll.
You should do a vote, though, when we get going, see what people think.
Thank you, Paul. Let's do a poll. Type in a 1 if you think we end positive on the day. Type in a 2 if you think we end negative on the day. Blairski coming in with a 1. I'll let you guys get going there as I bring up my other charts. I lost my tradometer chart here.
I'm thinking we might end negative, but I think I'm just saying we close above 23.45, that gap area. That's what I'm saying.
We have two choices here. Type in a 1 if you think we end positive. Type in a 2 if you think we end negative on the day. Red or green. Blairski with a 1. 1968 with a 2. All trade with a 1. Blairski again. Capone here with a 1. Trade RJC with a 2. RPM with a 1. John C77 with a 1. Furthers with a 1. Heavy Kevy, I think that's a 1. I can't tell. Dennis with a 1. Almost Normal with a 2. George from Alabama with a 2. Heavy Kevin with a 1. DKOFTFC with a 2. Road Rider with a 2. Ryan Vale with a 1. Pete the Beat with a 1. Silverfin with a 1. RPM with a 1. Hey, stop still not making a call there. I think if there's more news out there, there's a potential
Brazil's
for more news to be
Bovespa stock index halted now
today,
on
a affect. I want to go
circuit breaker after
with
a
a 2 just on
10%
news.
plus
I think
drop.
if we don't get any news, we push higher, but I want to guess that we are going to get news.
Stock index halted now on a circuit breaker after a 10% plus drop.
And Jen here looking at a 1. Mark, they're going to start off here a little negative on the futures here. Early start here, down. S&P futures only down 450 right now.
Here real quick. I want to just point out here that yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, we did have a webinar yesterday afternoon. I hope everybody was able to participate. Those of you that did, hope you were able to benefit from some of the thoughts, the ideas, the discussions here that we had yesterday. I'm a little bit.
Now, what time is it here? 5 minutes to go. We haven't. I haven't forgotten about that Rusty Cage tight stop. So sorry I didn't get that to you. We'll get through the Open, then we'll play some great Chris Cornell songs.
Here, so we'll keep a close eye on it. It's the only one of the four that's actually above previous session lows.
Agreed, Johnny. We're pretty close to the Open.
Thanks.
What we have been seeing here in the overnight session here, for the most part, here, guys, a little bit of weakness here, a little bit of again here, ladies and gentlemen, pressure here, continued pressure after yesterday's big down day. I also want to point out here, ladies and gentlemen, that what we're seeing here, guys, is right now, again here, guys, that NASDAQ.
GOYC Glycomimetics shares at 757 now.
So, GM2 here,
They
ladies
lost
and gentlemen,
639 earlier.
Good to see some of the old names, familiar names.
GOYC.
I haven't seen in a bit. If you guys had told me that huge day to the downside like yesterday would have brought some of these names back in the room, I'd have gone long, a long time ago. So I make it real clear, ladies and gentlemen.
GM to you. I'm going to start using initials.
That's all it took here was a
GM to you.
The downside, ladies and gentlemen, to bring some of these old familiar names back
RDS
into the room. I should have
A World
told
Dutch
me that.
Shell
I'd have gone long a while.
seeking to sell Tunisia gas fields for around 500 million, according to sources reported by Reuters. That's Romeo Delta Sandy Alpha.
Seeking to sell Tunisia gas fields for around 500 million, according to sources reported by Reuters. That's Romeo Delta Sandy Alpha.
On the day by 4 1/4, we're trading here below daily pivot at 23.6. Yesterday's high was 23.9675. Yesterday's low 23.5475. We're still, again here, ladies and gentlemen, have seen some weakness. We are still trading here, guys, below yesterday's lows. I do want to point out here that, yeah, big day to the downside yesterday. We looked at it this morning during your chart talk discussion. That's what we're doing to it here, ladies and gentlemen. It's 7 a.m. Central Time every single day. We call it chart talk. It's a look at the bigger picture. I encourage you to participate if you've yet to here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a good time to kind of distance yourself a little bit from the tick for tick here, guys. It's a good time to kind of take a step back from the tick for tick here, guys. Focus a little bit more on the bigger picture now. Also, at that time of day, it's not just the ES here, ladies and gentlemen, the NASDAQ down, the Russell that we're looking at here. It's also the other majors here. It's the metals, it's the energies, it's the treasuries. It is all the major markets.
All right, let's get ready to rock here.
We like to focus on them here so we can, yeah, get ready to rock and roll, so we can determine here, guys, establish here trends that have been present here. We look at multiple time frames here at that time of day here. Mostly bigger picture like the 60 and the daily, though. That's what I'm here to do to it on the regular, on the real. Why? Because as I tell you guys every single day on the close, it's on the rise. Coming at you here, guys. Should be able to hear my voice here, guys. Still McLovin this. That is yet to change here. I've got some numbers here for you guys from yesterday posted up in the charts that I showed throughout the day. I'm going to have an opening range here for you in just about 45 seconds here, guys. Your early indication here, ladies and gentlemen, is talking about here, again, less than a minute here. Your early indication is 23.53.
Yes, RX here.
So here we go, guys, once again, in just 1 minute here.
All right, let's kick it off here.
We'll have your opening range. I got 23.
Good luck, everyone. We're here all day with you. Thursday. It is Thursday.
High energy day yesterday here, guys. Hopefully we'll see something.
May 18th, 2017. Welcome to Day Trader Radio.
Hopefully today. Rock and roll. Here's your opening bell. Early indication. 3 happening on them at
Saudi's foreign minister says we are very supportive of the policy that the Trump administration is pursuing.
And we start off with a little cricket action here. Cricket's coming in here.
Overbought. In here now, a bit of a seller. Paper comes in here now, a bit of a seller. Paper comes in and sells here, ladies and gentlemen.
Brett, the lies are oversold.
Paper comes in here now, a bit of a seller. 175 in here now for you.
Low ticker alert.
Here now, 175 in here now. Paper comes in here now, a bit of a seller on the open. So seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, a little bit of weakness here.
All right, here we are, opening up here. Let's look for the first half an hour, first sign of relative strength, and then some of these sectors.
us here this morning.
We got a little pop here in Macy's here starting off. It looks like retail here. A little bounce, or at least in Macy's.
On the open here, waiting for an opening range here. It's going to be wide here, though, guys. At least 54 to 53. Again, here now we're looking for a wide range, opening range trade here, but paper here lays them and sold the open. All right, so 52 quarter minute now, 52.50 now, 52.50 bid here now, and I'm at 52.75, 52 even bid now, and I'm at 52.
Ryan here taking an AMD short off the table for some cash. IBM
Bread, the
here.
lies are oversold.
Fast little smackdown at the lows.
Comes in here now, a bit of a buyer. Looks like maybe at the 330 level.
Under Armour, a little pop here. Like I said, little relative strength, first minute relative strength in retail.
Buying some 53s here, but opening range here, nice wide range here, 2 hit. 52 to 54 here lays down an opening range here, 54 even to 52 even. Nice wide range trade here lays down on the open here this morning. That's the kind of energy I like to see on the open. That's what gets me all fired up in the morning. Again here, guys, 23.52 to 23.54. Take a look here, ladies and gentlemen. DAX here, guys, are down 88. FTSE here, ladies and gentlemen, is down
DGOI, Digital Ally, Westport Capitals, ISPEC Farouk,
Low ticker.
regarding prospect of U.S. Army purchasing Digital Ally dash cams, tells Benzigan, based on my understanding, this thing is pretty early and not conclusive yet. That's Delta Golf Lima Yankee.
So once again, here, I'll get these levels posted up and established here for you and posted. I want to point out the VIX here, ladies and gentlemen, at this day is 1564. Positive here, ladies and gentlemen, 0.05.
Bread, the lies are oversold.
0.32% here. So again here, guys, that VIX here, guys, is up on the day here. Positive by 0.05. Positive by 0.32%. All right, so VIX at 1564,
5 minute buy
more
signal.
acceptable levels here than it has been. Remember, recently we saw it into that 9 handle. That was a bit of a bummer. If you remember here, ladies and gentlemen, again here, we do have 9 o'clock numbers here for you today. Once again, I've got some 9 o'clocks headed your way here today. This morning here, ladies and gentlemen,
Rambot 1 minute buy
an
signal.
opening range here, 54 to 52.
Rambot 5 minute buy signal.
Sellers this morning here out of the gate here. Once again, paper here, folks. Sellers here this morning out of the gate. So 54.50 bid here now, and I'm at 54.75 bid now, 55 bid now for you, 55.
Bread, the lies are oversold. Rambot 1 minute buy signal.
Again here, guys, 55 even bid now for you. I'm an even bid now pulls out here. I'm a 4.5 bid here now, and I'm at 5 even. Once again, I'm a 54.50 bid. Paper buying 5 even.
EWZ, iShares Brazil, getting a bounce here off the low, $33.
Quarter. Let's watch here, guys, as we're seeing here, guys. These majors here, guys, hold off overnight lows here.
Brazil
back
market
to
was halted on a
previous
circuit breaker.
lows here. Let's keep a close eye on this dollar, which is inching up to 97.58. Dollar's been a bit of a chop here around
NQ tradeometer overbought.
Treasuries here, ladies and gentlemen, off highs. Multiple majors on the move here this morning already out of the gate here this morning on the open here, guys. Again, I'm a 55.75, and now I'm at 56. Paper here now has been pretty active here, guys. A little bit of both sides here, guys. Recently doing some 5 level.
16,
Paper here now kind of active here, guys. This morning on the open here, though, 55.75, and now 56 even now coming into play. 56 even now, and I'm at 56 quarter. 6 even now pulls here, 5.75 and now I'm at 6 even here. Once again, 56 even now, and I'm at 56 quarter.
Goldman Sachs, nice lift here. If you are in the camp that we're going to get an aggressive bounce, you want to be in the leaders. Those leaders are some of the big cap banks: Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, Google. Those are the stocks you want to concentrate on if you're looking for a big bounce. Some of those stocks might be out of your...
Bread, the lion tradeometer overbought.
6 even offer here, 5.75 and now I'm at 6 even.
We have our first NASDAQ signal.
575 in and out for you again here now. We're 575 in and out. I'm at 6 even here now. Once again, I'm a 575 in and out. I'm at 6. 6 even in and out for you. I'm even in and out. I'm at 6/4.
We definitely have an overbought, oversold 5-minute setup here. Starting the day off here. 5-minute rotation. Looks pretty good.
50 bid. 7 even offer here for you guys once again at 7 even here now. Small
60-minute time frame, a little 60-minute oversold level also. So we have 5-minute, 60-minute. We got Amazon here taking off to the upside. Apple here at the highs. Goldman Sachs at the near the highs. Under Armour showing some pretty good strength. I'm not counting out lows of the day here coming down the road. We're going to see how fast and far this goes. S&P slightly going positive here, slightly positive.
Previous lows here, so bit of a bid coming back into play here right out of the gate. Paper comes in a bit of a buy.
AAP Advanced Auto Parts, nice pop.
Paper comes in here now, a little bit of both sides, just bought at the 58 level. Again here now some two-sided activity, 8 events do trade. So watching your ladies and again here initially bulk sellers right out of the gate, 54s to 52s on the open. Now we're seeing here ladies and a bit more here guys, kind of two-sided type price activity.
AMH Applied Materials, May 47 call, that's ahead of earnings after the close today. That's Alpha Michael Alpha Tango.
Paper seller at the 57.30 level, 70 minute on a minute quarter. Good energy here this morning on the open here, guys. This is the way I like it, talking, yeah! 56.75 in here, 57. 675 in and out for you once again here now. 70 in and out, 70 in and out, 70 in and out. I'm at 7/4. Once again here now. We are
order filled.
In and out for you. I'm at 7/4. Still kind of narrow range here relative to, well, actually, we got 6.5 handles here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, a bit of a sleeper 6.5 handles
coming up for you.
Already of range here. I'm not sure what I was talking. I guess I hadn't looked at that low print down to 51.50, but yeah, we got 6.5 handles of range here this morning. Definitely good energy here this morning on the open here, guys. Watching here now as we're seeing energy here this morning on the open here, guys. So GM to you here, guys.
I got into GWW here. GWW. Just because it's getting delayed. I'm getting delayed to get
NTZ.
Confirmation, but I got in here.
SPY says announces unfavorable court ruling and possible need for a special charge. Says Italian Supreme Court
Quarter minute out for you again here now. I'm at 750.
recently rejected company's appeal of lawsuit brought by 2 former employees. That's November Tango Zulu. CNBC now tweeting
we're at 171.92
on the Sirius Pandora talk. Says companies still apart on price according to sources.
Special charge, says Italian Supreme Court.
That's P and SI.
I think we can get to 23.59, Johnny, pretty easy.
Now once again, I'm a 775 in and out. I'm at it even here now. Once again, 775 in and out of me. Definitely a bit of a bid coming into play here this morning on the open here. We'll keep a close eye on this here, guys. It continues to play out here, guys. Seeing this bid, 8/4 minute out, 8/4 minute out.
Trade alert in the box.
All right, remember that was a gap down on a. This is a situation I love to get reversals on this, and I'm adding to a position. I did down a little on the GWW, but this is actually a nice little gap down, picking up a little bit more.
Alpha Romeo Tango X-ray.
Even and out for you at 1/4. 775 in and out for you. Best here now, and I'm at 8. 775
Share versus Arrowtech at 306.
Remember, too, when you get up to 23.65, that's the top of that gap, the top of the gap start.
Gilead here still pushing a little bit lower. Goldman Sachs here a little higher.
Once again, 7 even minute out for you, kind of thin. 7 even minute out, I'm at 750. Here's your quarter minute now coming into play here now. Once again, 7/4 minute now, half bid, 775 in anonymity.
Brazil market down over 7,000 points.
Saudi foreign minister
Vespa
says
down the lowest since January.
and threatens
7,000 points.
to have normal relations with them.
Snap here pushing a little bit higher. I think we get. You know what? We'll see what happens here. But I expect a little, a little rotation back down here. I think we're going to test.
ES tradeometer overbought.
They're going to pull the rug here again. Be careful.
NFLX, Netflix getting a pop to the high here.
And the pressure's been down over the last couple of days. So the first little bounce this morning. Once this steam runs out, we've seen it.
We'll keep a close eye on that. The yen's coming
The video here is still showing strength. That looks good.
Euro currency and the dollar mid.
Goldman here, 217, looking pretty good.
Yesterday for the most part.
Netflix here again. Those are the strong ones. Amazon. What do we say? The big ones that led this rally are the ones that are going to get the biggest bounces.
Here, guys. So again, here now, bid here laying well off lows here. So. Again,
Schultz, good morning. C's here breaking back down.
Seeing a bit of the bid coming in off lows here for you in the energies. 6 even minute now for you. Polls.
I missed that 59 by a tick. Johnny, another trader meter signal right at the top of that little spike there. That thing's been right on this morning.
Yeah, it has been
after the open anyway.
Right there. First sell signal right there.
We're seeing here, guys, once again, price activity here for you guys. Once again,
Netflix here still showing strength. Amazon showing strength.
Here, guys, Again, I should say high participation.
Snap showing strength. NVIDIA showing good strength.
There has been a bit of conviction to the upside here, so we'll keep a close eye on it. Let's wait to see if we can get that infamous 10 before 10 in here.
Goldman here still showing good strength. IFF here, remember that one has been building back up, starting off negative down here, but slowly moving back up here, down 45 cents. IFF. Where's my Google level and change here?
Here now, and I'm at 575, 550 video now for you at current levels here now. We're 550 video now to 575, and now I'm at 6. So 575 and now for you again. 6 even bid, 6 even bid now, 6 even bid now. I'm at 6 quarter. 56 even bid now. Pulls out here. 5 half bid here now, and I'm at 575, 5 half bid. So 575 and now I'm at 6 even here. 550.
Injuries happen to.
I'm at 6 even here, guys. Again, we've had a bit of paper buyer from the back here. Looks like more.
Federal Justice Department appointed Robert Mueller as a special counsel on Wednesday to oversee the federal investigation of alleged collusion between Russia and Trump campaign during the 2016 presidential election. They can't let it go. No one can let it go. But former FBI Assistant Director James Kallstrom said Mueller should focus on other investigations. This is a foreign intelligence investigation, and collusion isn't actually a crime, Kallstrom said during an interview on the Fox Business Network. The fifth column certainly is doing a good job of keeping it in the talk of the town, but what about the thousands of people who are apparently unmasked, loss of their Fourth Amendment rights, a good portion of them probably, and what about the leaks, what about what's going on, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, a lot of news out there.
Close eye on this here, guys. Once again, as we continue to be here, seeing that NASDAQ seeing a bit of a bid here now. This morning here, guys, the NASDAQ has been seeing a bit of a bid here now for you on the open. Still kind of limited here, guys, in terms of ability to follow.
Oh man, that's awful.
Right now.
So I found out why. What's going on here? That's awful. It's more and more bad news here. Like I said, I was coming into town today, and they routed me away from the school.
Paper comes in here now, a bit of a seller.
And now I just figured out.
Once again, small seller here. Paper at the 54 level. So
local. I can't carry that over on the other screen here. Apologize.
Here. Once again, paper comes in here now. Small seller at the 54 level. 375 and now 40 bid and I'm at 4 quarter. 40 bid and now for you once again. I'm bid and I'm at 4 quarter. 40 bid and out for you once again. I'm bid and out. I'm at 4 quarter. 4 quarter bid and out. Quarter bid and out. Quarter bid and out. I'm at a half. 40 bid and out for you once again. I'm bid and out. I'm at 4 quarter. 4 bids.
Johnny, what happened at school?
375 bid and out.
Tree fell on someone, killed him.
Here now once again 375 bid and out. I'm at 4 even. Once again here now.
An older man.
Holy crap! And you guys having a storm or anything, or just some winds, or what,
no?
What in the world?
We've been having some winds lately, but Nothing right now.
4 even out for you once again. I'm going to leave it on. I'm at 4 even. 375 it on. I'm at 4 quarter. 4 quarter bid on. I'm at 4 half. 375 it on. I'm at 4 even. Once again here now I'm at 53.75 it out. 53.75 it on. I'm at 54. So noticing here, guys, once again that Russell Dow starting to roll over just a bit here. We'll keep a close eye on those majors here, which are again here now seemingly rolling over.
This is
here, guys. So we'll keep a close eye on this here.
This happened just right now. I was afraid it might have been like a parent who brought the kid to school.
53.75.
I mean, that would be just a tragedy. Let's see what's going on here. What's this building Sesame Street stuff? What is this?
54 quarter. 4 bid, quarter bid, quarter bid, quarter bid and a half. 54.
Well, I guess the bright side is one less tree you had to worry about.
Oh, come on, Paul. There's no bright side when a parent dies. Dropping a kid off at school.
5 quarter, 5 bid.
The bright side of everything. I'm not saying that in particular is just at least the
NQ
trees.
tradeometer overbought.
That's weird.
Play there, guys. Let's keep a close eye on this here as we're 5 half bid, 575 bid, 5 half bid here now. Best.
See what's going on. I want to catch up to date because they had all kinds of helicopters and stuff flying around here.
Trading there, guys. See them going bid here. 6
Why the hell is this
at 675.
like this?
Once again here now, 6 happening now.
Oh, here it
70
is.
bid now coming into play here now. 70 bid. So straight back up from that 54 level to the 57 level. 675 and I'm at 7. Right, NASDAQ here, ladies and gentlemen.
And that's why our power went off this morning. Happened around 7:30 on North Broadway near Elementary School, Orange and Rockland Winds. Said wires came down on a car after it was hit by a tree. The driver was killed. Students from the school will be diverted to Nyack High School.
You're going to be hanging out in here, so if you need anything,
has been here now. So first of the 4 majors able to do so, has been able to take out the overnight high. NASDAQ on a bit of a surge there through that 56 level here up to 8 quarter last.
ACR bar getting a pop here to the high, Bravo Charlie Romeo, 306.64 on volume.
58 quarter, definitely seeing a bit of a big comeback into play there, guys, from 54 up to 58. 80 minute out for you.
GGP here, nice little pop.
7 happening out for you. I'm happening out. I'm at 775, 57.50 video now, 57.50 video now. I'm at 775, 57.50 video now. 7 quarter bid here, 7 quarter bid here now. I'm at 7 half, 50.70 bid now for you once again. 6.75 bid now best. 6 half bid here now. 6 quarter bid. Watching here, guys. We are a 50-60 bid now for you. Pulls out at 6 quarter. So 6 quarter bid here now, and I'm at 650. 6 quarter bid here now. 6 quarter bid here now, and I'm at 650. So the NASDAQ here, first of the 4, able to take out the overnight highs. We'll keep a close eye on that here. Once again, that's NASDAQ here, first of the 4.
Nice pop here, GGP here, starting to pop back up 22.18. The video still at the highs.
Quarter bid on, I'm at 55.50 bid here now, and I'm at 55 quarter bid on, I'm at 55 half bid here now, pulling. Quarter bid on, I'm at a half.
PFFN, Diffusion, European Patent Office post intend to grant new patent to Diffusion Pharmaceuticals to transodium quercetinate. That's Delta Foxtrot November.
Definitely seeing a bit of the video back up above that 54 level. 575 coming into play again here. 6 even bit now I'm at 6 quarter. 55.75 and now I'm at 56. Definitely again seeing that big come back into play up above that.
Shares of Diffusion
level.
High 56 beginning again hearing that patent from the
session low. Dow
EU.
here, guys, hanging about just below it. ES hanging about on it. You got your NASDAQ here inside the range from yesterday. So I'm at 55. You put it down. I'm at 55 quarter. So 55 even offer here. 4 happening now for you. 475 and now I'm at 5. So right back down off that 58 level here. Right back to this 55, 54 area. keep a close eye on it here as we're seeing here, guys, some good price activity, some good movement here this morning. Again here now, some good movement here this morning. Talking about here, guys, again here now, talking about here now, price activity.
Shares of diffusion in the high, 356 beginning during that patent.
Taking a look here, ladies and gentlemen, at this time of day at the DAX here, guys, I want to point out here now, if you're looking at them with me, you're seeing that they are down by 71, still holding lower levels here. They've been a bit weak here this morning on the open. If you take a look, the FTSE here is down by 88 here. So once again here now, talking about here, guys, DAX and FTSE here, ladies and gentlemen, are lower on the day here now. 55 quarter bid and on them at 55.50, but here now I'm at 55.75, but now I'm at 56. So it's interesting here because the NASDAQ here, ladies and gentlemen, breadth is actually positive, but your NYSE breadth, your Russell breadth here, ladies and gentlemen, negative. So again here now, I do want to point out here a little bit of mixed activity in terms of some of these internals here, guys. I do have NASDAQ breadth here now positive here, but you have here the NYSE Russell breadth here now is negative here. So we'll keep a close eye on that and see if we can get some real follow through one way or the other, and all four of those majors participating. That's what was so nice and certainly here, ladies and gentlemen, noteworthy in terms of yesterday's activity was the, here, guys, once again, the uniform aspect of the weakness that we saw across the board. It was the breadth indicators. It was the, again here, ladies and gentlemen, major markets here, guys. It was all across the board here for you guys. Breadth indicators, yes, NASDAQ, Dow, and the Russell here, guys, all contributing, all combined here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, seeing here, guys, once again, some of that weakness yesterday. So 56 even bid, that's what we need in order to get the real energy into the market here. That's what we saw yesterday. Hopefully we'll see some of that again throughout the day today. 55 quarter bid. 55 quarter bid here now, and I'm at 55.50. 55.50 bid here now. 55.75 bid now. 55.50 bid. 75 bid now, and I'm at 6. 5 happening on, I'm at 6 even. Once again here now, 5.50 bid here now, and I'm at 6 even. Don't forget here, ladies and gentlemen, today at 9 o'clock, we got leading indicators here today, guys. Once again, that's going to be at 9 a.m. Central Time here, guys. Again, leading indicators here today at 9 a.m. So we'll point out here, ladies and gentlemen, again here now, we'll point out here now, leading indicators here, guys, at 9. So 54 even bid now, 4 even bid now, I'm at 4 quarter, 53.75 bid now, I'm at 54. Right back to this 54 level here. Let's keep a close eye on it here, guys, because the NASDAQ here, guys,
low
is
tick alert.
Hanging them out around that 56 even level. NASDAQ still holding on to some upper levels, just 8 handles off the high of the day. Four happening now, 75 and now I'm at 5 even, 5 even now, 5.
All right, continued bounce here on GWW. Again, whenever you have a move down like this on, say, a stock like GWW, which has come down quite a bit, and you know, you figured, and you get a downgrade right at the end of the move here. I see 9 times out of 10 you get a bounce, and that downgrade tends to be the flush, the capitulation. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this here actually push a little bit higher. It is going to be a tough roll here on this one. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. And you can see the 20-period moving average here. I mean, there's still a chance we roll over. We get up a little bit further. GWW here continue to bounce a little.
Back down here, guys, to 13.
Hourly not doing much.
For quarter bid here, half bid, 75 bid here now at 5 even.
Rambot 1 minute buy signal.
For you once again, happening now polls. Quarter bid now best again here now for quarter bid now I'm at a half. Quarter bid now for you current levels. 4 even bid now best again here. 4 even bid now I'm at 4.5. 54 bid. Dollar continues to chop it up, 97.59 area. Canadian dollar rolls over just a bit here, guys. I'm keeping a close eye on the bonds. A little bit of chop trade as well. just recently had heating oil up into a high print here, recent high here, guys, up to that one spot 5353 level. But again here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm seeing a little bit of chop across the board here. 575 bidding on them at 6 even. 6 even bidding out for you. Many bidding on them at 6 quarter, guys. Numbers here for you in just 5 minutes here. Once again, I got numbers here for you in just 5 minutes here, guys.
Rambot 1 minute by signal.
Guys, headed your way here 5 minutes from now. We're looking here for the number to come in here, guys. 0.3. For a quarter bidding on them at 450, 54 quarter bidding out, for a quarter bidding out, 4 even bidding out best at 4 half with the 4 quarter trade. 54 even bidding out given, 375 bidding on them at 4 even, 3 out bidding on them at 375 offer here, 3 out bid at 375. Happening out for you once again here now.
SPYVXX Starbucks drops to the low 5887 on volume. Sandy Bravo Uniform X-Ray Starbucks.
Here now once again of a 350 bid. Paper here comes in here now, bit of a buyer at the 54 level here, guys. The height.
All right, so some other bad news today. Again, if you haven't heard, Chris Cornell,
very much here, guys.
lead singer of Soundgarden, some other great groups,
Here, guys, this morning on the open.
passed away last night. 52 years old. Gone.
So NYC breath coming off a bit.
All
here,
the
guys.
greats over the last 2 years disappearing.
Guys, still holding on to positive
Here's a great one.
though, so we'll keep a close eye on that
Goldman
here.
Sachs here
Once
off that
again,
217
NASDAQ
high,
breath
back down to
still holding on
214.
to
Market here
positive
to
territory. I'm at 375 and down on that 4.
887 on volume. Sandy Bravo Uniform X-Ray Starbucks.
YUMC China getting pop.
5 even offer here, guys. 4
Pop
after now, 4
and-
after and down. I'm at 5. 54.50 video now. I'm at 55. 53
see
after
if
now, I'm
IBM
at
gets a little bounce here.
375. You're moving around a bit here this morning here, guys. Once again here now, moving around a bit here now this morning. I'm a
Insider buy on Yum China. 4,420 shares at.
We can play some Hunger Strike too.
Company's
We'll play it all today. If you have any requests, we get you through the day. Music means a lot to a lot of people.
Let's see if we can get that infamous here, ladies and gentlemen. 10 before 10 here. Let's keep a close eye on this here as we're 3 bidding on them at 3 quarter.
YMC, China getting top and volume here. Net uniform.
3 bidding out for you, kind of thin here now. Once again, 275 bidding on them at 3 here now. Once again, I'm at 275 bidding on them at 3. 3 even bid, quarter bid, half bid, 3 out and out, 3 up and down. I'm at 375 here now. We're 53.50 bid, pulling. 3 quarter bid and on them at a half. Nasdaq starting to come off just a bit here for you. 3 even bid and out best at 3 half. Nasdaq's coming off just a bit here. I do want to keep a close eye here, ladies and gentlemen, on levels here for you guys. And bank index here, which are starting to come off a bit here. Definitely under pressure yesterday as well. 53 bidding out for you. Once again, 3 bidding out, quarter bidding out, half bidding out coming into play here now. 53.50 bid, 53 quarter bidding out. I'm at 53.50. 3 even bid, 3 even bid out, quarter bidding out. I'm at 3 half. Happening now for you. Once again, I'm happening on. I'm at 475, 54 quarter bidding on. I'm at 54.50. 54 even bidding out for you again here now. Current levels here.
Chief
now,
Legal Officer bought this one here. Purchased 4,420 at 34.74 here. That was Yum C. Yum C.
54 happening now comes into play in front of him. 475 and I'm at 5. Even paper does have a 54 even bit down below here though. We're
EXR extra space storage popped into the high 79.14 on volume. X-ray Echo X-ray Romeo EXR getting a big spike flash pop of 79.14.
There you go. Let's see here. We pulled back here. Back down to the 200 period moving average.
5 quarter bid and I'm at 5 half. 5 even bidding out for
Not
him.
bad.
Down him at 5/4. All right, guys, 9
No
o'clock
big bounce
number
yet.
here for
Seen
you.
on the
Enjoy
5
here,
minute.
Guys, once again, 9 o'clock number here. We're looking here, ladies and gentlemen, for 0.3. If you take a look here, you're going to notice here, guys, once again, that actual number here, guys, comes in here for you. Actual number here, ladies and gentlemen, I've yet to get here, guys, actually. Waiting here. I'm looking for 0.3. Still waiting on the open here, guys. Again, I'm sorry, still waiting on the number, I should say.
Brett, the lies are oversold.
EXR here. Put a big pop there. Like there. Little fat finger trade to the upside. Maybe something here brewing here. EXR. Google getting a little buying. Buying pressure to the upside here. Google pushing back up to the highs. Tesla back to the highs of the session. And again, EXR here. Watch this one pushing back to the highs. The REITs here continue to show good strength. The PSA here back to the highs. Stamp here at the lows. Verizon at the highs. Netflix at the highs. Amazon at the highs. GWW at the highs.
Paper pays up here. He buys 57s here. Look like 50 times there. Paper here.
Johnny, I was just pointing out there's some good movement and some good volume in these 1 minute candles, and these things are 2 or 3 points. Now this looks like good trading here.
So 7 quarter bids, 7 even bids, 7 quarter bids.
Shares of stamps.com off the lows at 112.50.
Yeah, if you're not, you guys the right bounce here. We got a nice little bounce there.
Brett, the lies are oversold.
Definitely the volatility here is picking up. The volume picking up with the recent news.
7 quarter bid here now, and I'm at 7.5.
Fast and all, let's take a look at ST.
Let's see if we can attract attention from the other majors.
Stamps.com actually getting a small pop.
Not bad, not bad. I mean, yeah, looks pretty good here.
Once again, 7 happening on him at 775.
NQ tradeometer overbought.
7 happening now for you. 775 offers. 750 bid here now, and I'm at 775. 750 bid.
Report says they're growing.
Shares of stamps.com. Off the lows at 112.50.
775 bid here now for you. I'm at 8 even here now. Once again here now, we're 775 bid here now, and I'm at 8. 80 bid now, polls 775 bid now. Let's watch the NASDAQ here. Still holding up a levels. Tick off highs in the NASDAQ. 58 bid now for you once again. I'm at 8 bid now. I'm at 8/4. Half bid here now for you. I'm at 875. Still seeing a bit of the bid here now coming into play in the NASDAQ. 80 bid now. I'm at 8.5. 58 even bid. 8/4 bid here now. I'm at 850. 58/4 bid. Quarter bid here now for you. Once again, I'm at 8.5 here. 58/4 bid at 850. 875 bid now for you. Once again, I'm at 58.75 bid now. I'm at 59. 9 even bid. Quarter bid. 9 even bid. 9 even bid. 9. Quarter bid now coming into play here. 59/4 bid now. I'm at 9.5.
There goes a 23.59 this print now.
Paper here, ladies and gentlemen, once again here now came in here, guys. Once again, that paper came in, bid 54s. He ended up paying up. He bought 57s. 9 happening now for you. Once again, I'm a 9 happening now. I'm at 975, 59.50 bid. 975 and an ornament even here now. One number 59.75 and an ornament. Nine quarter bid here now. I'm at 9.5. Again, I'm a 59/4 bid. NASDAQ still going here, guys. Strongest of the four majors here today, guys. Once again, talking about the only one that's still negative right now is the Dow. The Russell, the NASDAQ, the ES here, guys. come into play here for him. A 59.75 bid. 9.75 bid here now, and I'm at a even. 59.75 bid.
Google here, new highs on the session. 2360 here, market here pushing right back up. Here we go. That's an S&P's up 4 and change. Dow is just turned positive. It looks like Dow has just turned positive. So we are pushing back into yesterday's candle. Just a touch here. Nvidia new highs on the day. Strong stocks are leading. JBHT 84 to 18 here, looking pretty good. Amazon here again, new highs on the day. Netflix, FANG stocks here leading.
With OPEC after Q1 2018 says it's premature to think beyond March 2018. We should closely watch what will happen to U.S. shale production. Says 9-month oil period is comfortable for us. We are ready for all scenarios.
Quarter bid and out for you again. Half bid, 75 bid, 9.75 bid. Oh, even's trading here, guys. I'm a 59.75 bid. So keep it close on, and even bid and out. Quarter bid and out.
Macy's here with new takeover chatter and letter M.
60.50. Let's watch the Russell inching up here, guys. I'm 75 bid and out. I'm at O. 59.50 bid here now, and I'm at 59.75, 59.50 bid given, at 75 best though. 9 up and out for you once again. I'm at 9 up and out. I'm at even here now at the 9.75 and out. I'm at 60 even here. That's a 59.75 and out. I'm at 60 even.
Celgene here, definitely a nice bounce off the 200. Good setup there. Celgene here, one of the better looking stocks on that daily chart. Decent bounce on the 60, starting to get some momentum to the upside. The takeover chatter. Who would buy Macy's? Maybe take it private, but it's taking on that headache.
Close on this here. Even bid and out for you. I'm an even bid and out. I'm at quarter. Quarter bid and out for you. I'm at 50. 60 even bid here now. I'm at 60 quarter. Definitely watching here because some of these tech internals which are strong here now. Breadth indicators here, guys, up in the new highs here. You got Russell and your NASDAQ breadth here, guys, positive here for you guys. Russell breadth just went positive here, guys, and they're pointed a bit north to say the least. So breadth indicators here, ladies and gentlemen, point a bit north here. 9 up and out for you. I'm a 9 up and out. I'm a 9.75 and out. Even and out. I'm at a quarter. Once again, now breadth indicators here, guys, are pointed a bit north here. 60 even bid here now, and I'm at 60 quarter. 59.75. 9.75 and out. I'm at O. Once again, I'm a 59.75 and out. I'm at O even. Even bid here now. Quarter bid now coming into play. NASDAQ breath still very strong here. Russell breath actually did go positive here. It's off the high that we just recently saw up to 152.
And a burst of crickets here coming through. Burst of crickets.
I'm at 60.50.
Amazon here at 958.20.
60.50 bid, 60.75 bid now.
60. Interpace Diagnostics getting a spike here to the high on volume. India Delta X-ray Golf.
One out. I'm out 75. Let's keep close on this. Definitely.
Again, look at the nice move here. Amazon over 13 now. Amazon started off here lower. 13. There's probably a huge range in that Tesla back up here
New
running.
policy saying
Google
gene
running
expression
up 10 and
classifiers
change.
like thyroid,
Nvidia
MIR,
up 4 and
are
change.
medically
CMG up
necessary
3 and change. Netflix here up 3 and change. Apple up 2 and change.
that's
Big movement here.
impacting IDXG. That note being circulated now by traders.
Now we have a small little channel line up here. I wouldn't put too much into it.
That's
Might actually
be
above us.
topping on that
Nasdaq's very strong here today. 629.
post being circulated 260.
2365 down inside of that gap where that gap started.
On the Nasdaq. Nasdaq breadth here, guys. First to go positive here, guys, and starting to take here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, here now some attention here, guys, from the Russell here as we're seeing a bit of lower levels here. Certainly seeing
60-minute buy divergence in effect. Now we got to figure out how far does it go.
Yes, tradeometer overbought.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, it's come back off back to 463 here, down on the day by 6%.
Here's one going out to
75 at an automat.
Tom short
Passing.
signal, Johnny, just now.
passing of Chris Cornell.
2 happening out for you. Once again, I'm happening out. I'm at 3 even here now. We're 2 happening out. A half bid. 62 quarter. Again, I'm happening out. I'm at 275 here. Nice wide range trade this morning.
GGP here pushing back up here. GGP. Darden at the highs. Google at the highs. Netflix at the highs. Amazon at the
I'm at 3 even bid now coming into play here. Still seeing the bit of a bid here. Play here. 3 even bid now. I'm at 3/4. 62.75.
1 minute sell signal.
Again here now coming into play here now. 63 even bid now. I'm at 63/4. 3 bid. At 3 even. Even here now, 2 up and down at 3, 62.50, but here now I'm at 62.75 here. That Nasdaq continues to here, guys. Once again, talking here about on the move higher.
All right, we just had a tradeometer set up here. Another pretty decent one. Right in around the 62 area.
2/4 bid now I'm at 62.
Snap here pushing higher, 2052.
Quarter bid, half bid, 2 up and out, 2 up and out, 275, 62.50 bid.
Johnny, we're all over that 10-point move too off the open so far. And then there's the consideration of the 65 level. Remember where that gap, whole gap thing started, so we're kind of like inside that gap thing.
Participation here, guys. Hoysoy points out some good volume this morning.
All right, we'll go out here.
Million contracts already. So again here now we are 2 up and out. Paper comes in here now, but the buyer looks like 50, 60.
The tradeometer is pretty much giving us some decent pullbacks. Let's see if we get a small one here. Something to kind of pull us back in here a little.
Continues here, guys, in the 9:15 a.m. Central Time frame here.
Take a look at that cash chart one more time.
62.50. Once again here now we're 62/4 bid and a half. Quarter bid here now for you once again.
And you know, this rotation here. Okay.
Yeah, that last time short was 5 points, Johnny. It was a good one.
The footsie here, guys.
This is interesting.
Here, guys, again here now, holding here, guys, off the lows here. It's minus 78. 62 even bid now for you. I'm even bid now. I'm at 2/4. Once again here now we're 62 even bid. 175 bid now for you best again here now. I'm at 2 even here now. I got a
small little channel.
62. Breadth indicators here, ladies and gentlemen, continue to hold upper levels here for you guys. Saw them surge higher here, guys. It got positive territory.
Watching that rotation.
Happening on, I'm at 175 now. 61 happening out for you.
60 minute here building. 60 minutes just oversold.
ACH and Killian hitting the high.
First candle to 60.
Getting an upgrade today from Leerink. Alpha Charlie Hotel November.
Now for you again here now. I'm at 2 even here now. We're 61.75 and now I'm at 62. Breadth indicators, the extreme high prints here, but still here, guys. The only one that's negative right is your NYSE breadth. 175 bidding on them at 2. SMA brings the room's attention. Gold should be watched here. It's starting to come off a bit here, guys. Heating oil RBOB up in the new high prints here. So RBOB here, ladies and gentlemen. Heating oil just got up in the new highs here, guys. G7 here, ladies and gentlemen. Low print here. Again here now, gold into new lows. Thanks, SMA. Good eye on that. Again here, guys, pointing out here that what we're seeing here, guys, is gold coming off here. So some majors on the move here this morning here, guys, into this 9:15 a.m. Central Time frame. Gold new lows. 2 bit and out for you. A bit of a quarter. 62 bit and out for you. Still holding on to a bit of the NASDAQ. 2 bit and out for you. A bit and out at 2 quarters. 75 bid and on them at 62. 175 bid. 2 even bid comes back into play. 2 even bid and now comes back into play.
YM tradeometer overbought.
PULM Matrix getting a spike in volume. 299 the high. Uniform Lima Michael.
Guys, once again on the open here, guys. Again here, steady bit activity coming into play here now this morning on the open. Actually saw here, guys. Again, price K here, guys, down to that 60, down to that 51 level today, but yeah, with the sellers here, ladies and gentlemen, 54-52 area right out of the gate. Bulk sellers right out of the gate here on the open. And then if you remember, we saw that buy side, that bid come into 54 level. He ended up having to pay up about 57s. So again here, I have been seeing here, guys, some good two-sided price activity here. Just kind of slowed here right now at the 61.75, 62 even level. NASDAQ seems to be leading higher this morning. I do have Bank here, guys, in the new high on Bank here, which just got up a prints. Multiple majors here, ladies and gentlemen, on the move. Once again, multiple majors.
How you doing?
Euro currency starting to inch up, comes back down to 50
yeah.
level. Watch that Euro currency. I got a 150 bid here now for you. Once again, I'm a 150 bid. Quarter bid, half bid. One happened at 175. Bonds are parked here, ladies and gentlemen, on previous highs here. One even bid in now, one even bid in now. I'm at 1/2. One bid. One even bid in now for you. Even bid in now. I'm at 1/4. One bid. Out for you once again. I'm going to bid down. I'm at 1/4. Once again, 61 quarter bid down. I'm at 1 even bid now. 1 even bid at 1/4. 61 even bid. One even bid out for you once again. I'm going to bid down. I'm at 1/4. 61 bid.
All right.
Wow, gold's got a nice range again here today, guys. Talking here, $14 worth of range here, guys. Today in the gold here, gold range. SEP trade small here, guys, again at the 58 level here, looks like. Again here, SEP trades here, guys, again at the it's like 23.58's traded there. I'm a 175 but an on at 2. One happened to now have to trade here. One happened to on at 2 even here now. Once again, I'm one happened to on at 2 at the 175's trading as well on the ES here.
I almost want to take a little bit more up here.
In terms of some of the momentum we were seeing here, guys, off those lower levels here from earlier this morning through that 54 through the 57.
Apple holding that. Nothing really going on with the drugs. IV in a little reversal. Gold here holding strength. A little pullback here off of 23.60.
All right. 75 a year now for you.
Stretching the legs here. Dawit stopping in here. Dawit, you're going to make this place even hotter now. I don't want you breathing over there. No, you're going to breathe in. You can't breathe out. You can't breathe any air out into the roof.
2/4 bid here now, I'm at 62.50. 62 quarter bid here now, I'm at 62.50. Quarter bid out for him at a half. 62 quarter bid out, I'm at 250. keep a close eye on bank here, guys. Still holding on to upper level. Breadth indicators here, guys. Still holding on to upper levels here for you off extreme highs. Holding on to upper levels here. 62 even bid now. I'm at 62.50. 62 quarter bid now about it. 2 quarter bid and a half. Two up and down. I'm at 5 here, guys. Do have here some natty gas numbers here for you. Headed
Coming up
your way
at
here,
10:30,
guys. Once
natural
again,
gas 61 BCF is the consensus.
Minutes. I got a 62.50 video now, 250 video now, and I'm at 275. That's 62.50 bid. Quarter bid now for you again at current levels here now. 62 quarter bid. 62.50, 2 even bid now for you. I'm an even bid at 2 quarter. Just kind of chopping it up here for you. 62 even bid on. I'm at $175 bid now for you. 2 even here. 2 now again small. I'm at 2 quarters bid. Let's watch the the Russell inching back lower again here, back down to 55 area. Let's keep a close eye on the Russell here right now. 1355.60 last.
Coming up at 10:30, natural gas storage.
2 quarter bid now. 2 quarter bid now. I'm at a half. 62 even bid now for you. Best at 2 quarter. R-Bob gets into this copper here, guys. Once high print here now. So here, guys, into new highs here, guys. Back to previous in the copper. So if you take a look here, guys, you can hear, guys, once here, guys, 61 quarter offer. Russell's leaking just here, guys. Let's keep a close eye on that. 1 quarter bid and I'm at a half. 1 app and once again, I'm 1 app and I'm at 170, 150 bid and I'm at 61.70 bid. Up and I'm at 2 even, 61.75 and I'm at 62. Even and up, I'm at a quarter. Russell here, ladies and gentlemen, seems to be attracting a bit of attention as we come back off that 62 level. I'm a 61.50 video now, and I'm at 61.75. Quarter bid now, best at. One happening out for you again here now, and I'm at 175. I want to keep a close eye on the Russell here.
Brett, the lies are oversold.
Now I'm at 175, 60 bid. 75 bid and I'm at 2 even. 61.75 bid at 62. Two even bid out for you. 2 even bid and I'm at 2 quarter here, guys. Again, 2 even bid and I'm at 2 quarter. 2 bid. 75 and at 2 even. One happening now for you once again. I'm 1 happening on. I'm at 2 here now. 150 bid here now. I'm at 2 even. Then here now once again. I'm 1 happening on. 2. Let's watch that Russell coming off here. Look at the 6 now for you. Russell up a bit here. 1 quarter bid and I'm at a half. 1 at 175. 61.50. I'm at 175. Paper's looking. Halves trading. Halves trading. Paper comes in here now, but seeing heightened participation here, guys. A number for you in 5 minutes. Once again, number in 5 minutes. Quarter bid and I'm at 150. Paper comes in here now, a bit of a buyer there. 61 happening and I'm at 175. Bid now for you here now. 1 even bid now. Best at 1/4. 61 even bid. Breadth indicators here.
TSLA.
Rolling over a bit here now as well.
Elon Musk says
61
Tesla
at 1/2.
doesn't deserve market.
What happened to now?
I market cap is higher than we have any right to deserve. That's according to a quote
Still the only one of
CNN
the
Money calculated
here,
now
guys, from the
on
overnight
TSLA
session here, guys,
Tesla.
Nasdaq, and that's the overnight. Nasdaq here lays them in strong on the open here, guys. On the open here, wise and structurally here right
Shares
now,
of
guys,
Tesla ticking lower now, 308.51.
Here, guys, again, has been here, guys, strong today. 2 happening now, 2/4 minute now, 2/4 minute on them at 262 quarter on them at 1/2, 275, 62.50 bid here now, 62.75, 62.50 bid. 50 bid here now, I'm at 270 now, 3 bid now, 3 bid now, I'm at 3/4. Quarter bid now, half bid now, 3 half bid now, 75 bid now, 40 bid now coming into play. 40 bid now, I'm at 4. Now halves trade here. 4 half bid now, I'm at 475, 450 bid.
Elon Musk says Tesla
75's in trading here, 5 even here, 475 bid now, I'm at 5. 5 even bid. 5 even bid now, I'm at 5/4. 475 bid now, I'm at 5. So 64.75 bid here now, I'm at 65. Bit of the bid comes back into play there as the Russell comes off lower levels. ES into recent highs. You got your Dow here, guys, pointed a bit north here as well. Watching here, guys, we're seeing a bit of a big comeback and play with the Russell here, coming back up above that 56 level. 4/4 bid now, I'm at 1/2. Let's keep a close eye on it. You got crude, you got RBOB, you got heating oil up in the new high prints here now. So the energy markets here, guys, into new highs here. If you take a look here at EIA natty gas report here, you've got.
I just went out, but a perfect triple stochastic flag setup here.
Hi.
Book stochastic flag setup. If you get the price to hold that 20 period moving edge, as a rotation happens back down to that 20 line, and this holds above 80, and this holds above 80, 90 is even better. That's your triple stochastic flag setup. The points on this are the 20 period moving average and the fast rotation here. Everything else needs to be set up also.
65 hit, Johnny. I say inside of that gap, that big gap. I guess the 60-minute buy divergence work. What do you think is going to happen now? Do you think we pull off of here, or do you think we can?
575 and I'm at 6. 5 happened here now, I'm at 575 here now. We're 550 bit, 550 bit at 575.
Bot 1 minute signal.
This right here, a pretty big level, right?
Look at this. Yeah, decent bounce on the 60. 60's still set up pretty good. 60's still set up pretty good. The 5 here took its own sweet time to rotate up, which is nice. 60-minute rotation. It hasn't even set plate yet.
Love the cheap trick, Johnny.
Internals here definitely pointed a bit north here, guys. Internals here now.
Coming up,
Definitely
EIA natural gas storage,
now, ahead of this natty
61
gas number.
BCF, the consensus.
All right, guys, just 30 seconds here, guys. Again, here now, just 30 seconds here, guys, until your natty gas number.
Ram
here.
cell signal.
Looking for 61 billion cubic feet to it for the most part, hanging out on the here.
68.
Examine your act.
On natural gas.
Again, the actual one's up, natty gas. The number comes in 68, so a bit hot here, guys. Once again, that in here, ladies and hot here, guys, as the next after that number here gets released a bit higher than
on the road. The air fell down on. Start today. Came in a little bit later today. It just you never know. You never freaking know.
Same tell.
I got there a little bit. I got saying that something to turn around.
CRM.
Ranch came down, wired to this car. Thing.
Or 6 now best again, I'm at a half. I appreciate you. So you know we are 75 recent new high.
Maybe some old trees that were some lines and then electrical wire pulling.
Morning.
One last tree, right?
High prints here, been higher here, 650 BDR, 675. Now quarter of it now best here now 6.
Hi,
6 quarter, 6 even 6
Well, at 2 a.m. right there at 2 a.m.
BDR now so at 5. Here I got frame here. You got indicator here guys still.
See, it's famous for there when you see, and at the end of the move, you get that, and that usually is, and it moves right.
65 film coming through here in terms of participation.
You have to just.
Six are pretty steep.
This is pretty. I considered it. I think we were a little. Gillian earlier on, someone mentioned in here.
Here lays every ticks off. Bit of a guys. Nasdaq here guys that just working on them in a quarter.
It's a 5.
Your brother just got a new high. Nasdaq
Back to 256.
Odds of go down, the market goes up. You know where they get the percentage, but.
Heating oil to your new highs. Heating oil.
Treasury's bleeding
right now. Got RBOB, a bit of crude's on the move. Right there, guys.
Objective is at 95%. Americans won't.
And change. We're approaching WW.
50 bid. Here now I'm at 75 bid. Half. 75 in here now. Back into 4. At 6 even. Kind of a 60 quarter, 66 even bid for you. At 6 quarter bid here now for you. Once again, I'm going to bid now. I've happened here now for you. Best I did. I see change levels. 65, 70 on I'm at. Bid now for you. Once again here on I'm at 6 half. Again, I'm going to bid in trading. Yes. 5
minutes sells.
575 bid now or 60 on a 5. And here now once again at 60. Strong relative. And here now 4 happening now 4 fee bid. Nasdaq 575 comes back in on I'm at 6. I'm at 5. 4 happen 4 even bid now for you. I'm at a half. Now I'm at 64. All yes here once again on I'm at the going off the high print guys 475. 75. Quarter.
For a few minutes, something.
Again, we do have the down on the day by bidding. I'm at comes back and the now for you again. 64 now for you. Now for you once again. I'm a half even big quarter again. I'm at 60 up a new watch out for you in the crew. You're now up once again 375 at an hour 63. Now best here now 3 up off. Here lays Evan low 5th.
Minute by signal.
3/4 5th. Happening on I'm at 35 trade. Yes, here on I'm at. I'm happening out at 4 even. 63. 4 even here and at 6. Once again, I'm